Hello students, today we are going to solve the MCQ based on the inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so see the first MCQ, the principal value of tan inverse in bracket cot 43 pi by 4. So see, for solving this type of a question we have to give the explanation of example number 9 is tan inverse in bracket cot 43 by 4. So for solving these questions here we have to give the tan inverse. So first we transform this bracket to the tan function. Otherwise, see, this is the greatest angle. So first we transform this 43 pi by 4 to the angle 0 to 90 degree. So first we split this angle 43 pi by 4. We get tan inverse in bracket cot of splitting of 43 pi by 4 is 11 pi minus pi by 4. And take a difference between these two terms. See here, LCM of both terms is 4. Take a cross multiplication, 44 pi minus pi, get the angle 43 pi. Okay, so by using the allied angle formula in that case, and we know that in rectangular coordinate system, here is the x-axis, here is the y-axis, and we know that the odd multiple of a pi lie on negative x-axis and even multiple of a pi, all those angles are lie on the positive axis. Means here angle is 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, and all those angles are even multiple of a pi, and all multiple of a pi angle lie on the negative x-axis. Okay, so here we can write pi, then 3 pi up to here we get the angle 11 pi. So 11 pi, these angle lie on the x-axis, and we know that by using the allied angle, trigonometry remains unchanged in the x-axis. So in that case we can write tan inverse in bracket. Take a cot as it is cot. In that case 11 pi minus theta is pi by 4. Then see here, it is the angle 11 pi, but we want the angle 11 pi minus pi by 4. So 11 pi minus pi by 4 lie on the second quadrant, and we know that in second quadrant our cot trigonometry determine the negative sign. So take here the minus sign, then take tan inverse of in bracket minus sign as it is, and we know that the value of cot pi by 4 is 1. Okay, now use the property. We know that tan inverse of minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x. So by applying this property, in that case we get minus tan inverse 1. Okay, so take minus sign as it is, and we know that the value of tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. So minus pi by 4. That is the option C is the correct answer. Okay. Now see, the next question is, if cos inverse 2 by 3x plus cos inverse 3 by 4x is equal to pi by 2, value of x is greater than 3 by 4, then find the value of x. So for solving this question we have to use trick directly, and we know that cos inverse x plus cos inverse y is equal to bracket, take a product of these two terms xy. Here is the plus sign. So in the formula for cos inverse plus cos inverse, this sign is, here is take minus sign. So into square root of get 1 minus x square into root of value 1 minus y square. So use this formula directly. So given information is cos inverse 2 by 3x plus cos inverse 3 by 4x is equal to pi divided by 2. Okay. Now see, in this problem here x is the 2 by 3x and y is 3 by 4x. So put this value of x and y in this formula. We get cos inverse in bracket x is 2 by 3x multiple of y is 3 by 4x minus square root of 1 minus x square. Square of this term is 4 by 9x square into root of value 1 minus square of y is 9 by 16x square. Okay. Now for simplifying this bracket is equal to get pi by 2. Therefore cos inverse in bracket 3 term will get cancelled. 2 2s are 4. We get 1 divided by 2x square. Take a minus sign as it is. So in this square root, LCM of both term is 9x square. Take a cross multiplication. 9x square minus 4 into root of value. LCM of this two term is 16x square. Take a cross multiplication of this two term is 16x square minus 9 is equal to pi divided by 2. Okay. Now take a cos inverse in bracket 1 by 2x square minus root of value 9x square minus 4. So take a square root of numerator and denominator. Numerator take as it is. Denominator is 3x, and in that case numerator is as it is, root of value 16x square minus 9 divided by square root of 16x square is 4x. Okay. So is equal to get pi by 2. But in that case this cos inverse function transform to the right hand side. So we can write 1 divided by 2x square minus root of value 9x square minus 4 into root of value 16x square minus 9 divided by, take a multiplication of these two terms is 12x square is equal to, we can write cos pi by 2. But we know that the value of cos pi by 2 is 0. So for simplifying this term, first we transform the root of value in the left hand side, otherwise right hand side. So first we can write 2x square is as it is equal to, here is the negative signs. For transforming this term to the right hand side, take the positive sign. Okay. So write down root of value 9x square minus 4 into root of value 16x square minus 9 divided by 12x square. Okay. So in that case, first simplifying this term here, x square get cancelled, 2 6 are 12. Okay. So write down this 6 is divided in that side, take in the left hand side. We can write 6 is equal to root of value, get 9x square minus 4 into root of value minus 9. Okay, so for simplifying this equation, first we squaring both sides, we get on squaring both sides we get 6 square is 36, square of this term is 9x square minus 4, square of this bracket is 16x square minus 9. So take a multiplication of these two brackets is 36 take as it is equal to 16 9s are 144 x raised to 4 minus 9 into 9 get 81 x square minus 16 4s are 64 x square minus minus get plus 9 4s are 36. Okay, so in that case this 36 term will get cancelled, then we can write here is the 0 is equal to 144 x raised to 4 minus sum of these two terms is 144 plus 1 is 5, then 6 plus 6 plus 8 get 14. So 144 x square. So we can write taking common factor of these two terms is x square in bracket 144 x square. Sorry, here is the 145. 144 x square minus 145 is equal to 0. Okay, so in that case product of these two terms getting 0, so we can write either x square is equal to 0 or value of 144 x square minus 145 is equal to 0. So in that case we can write x is equal to 0, or here simplifying this equation we get x square is equal to 145 divided by 144. So taking square root of both sides, we can write x is equal to plus minus root of value 145 divided by square root of 144 is 12. So means the value of x is 0 plus root 145 by 12 or minus root 145 by 12. But all these value of x are not included in your option. So first in this problem most important thing is value of x is greater than 3 by 4. So minus value is not satisfying this condition. Also this 0 is also not satisfying this condition. So only the value of x, here I write x is equal to root of value 145 divided by 12. This value of x only satisfying our given condition. So correct answer of this problem is root 145 divided by 12. So first of all write down this explanation. Now see the next question is tan of in bracket cos inverse 4 by 5 plus tan inverse 2 by 3 is equal to find out the value of this result. Okay, so for finding the value of this term is example number 11. Tan in bracket give the cos inverse in bracket 4 by 5 plus tan inverse in bracket 2 by 3. Okay, so see here Here we have to give the tan trigonometry. So for solving this type of a question, first we transform these bracket to the tan inverse. Okay, so for transforming this bracket to the tan inverse, see here there are the two terms. First term is cos inverse, second term is tan inverse, and gives the sum of these two inverse functions. So sum of two trigonometric functions transforming tan inverse. First we transform this cos inverse to the tan inverse. Okay, so see here in this triangle, here is the angle x, and we know that first we consider this term is the x. So x is equal to, we can write cos inverse 4 by 5. So we know that for using this information we have to find the all inverse function. So here cos inverse of 4 by 5, we know that cos inverse is determined adjacent side. Adjacent side is 4 upon hypotenuse is 5. So using the Pythagoras theorem, first we have to find the remaining side of this triangle. So by using Pythagoras theorem, 5 square is 25, 4 square is 16, and difference between square of these two terms is 9, and taking square root of 9 is 3. Okay, so using this information, first we transform this cos inverse to the tan inverse, then we can write tan inverse is opposite side upon adjacent side, and here opposite side is 3 and adjacent side is 4. Okay, so for transforming cos to the tan, first we write these value in terms of a tan inverse. We can write tan inverse in bracket, value of cos inverse 4 by 5 is tan inverse 3 by 4. Okay, plus take tan inverse 2 by 3 as it is. So for transforming sum of these two function is tan, so use the property of tan inverse x. Here is the x and tan inverse y, and in that case here both x and y are positive, and product of xy, see here product of xy is, value of x is 3 by 4, value of y is 2 by 3, and in that case 3 term will get cancelled, 2 2s are 4, get the value half, and half is a less than 1. Okay, so use the property tan inverse, sorry, here is the tan trigonometry only, tan of in bracket tan inverse x plus y, here x is 3 by 4, y is 2 by 3, whole term divided by 1 minus x into y, x is 3 by 4, y is 2 by 3. Okay, now first of all simplify this bracket, we can write tan of tan inverse in bracket, LCM of these two terms is 12, take a cross multiplication, 3 3s are 9 plus 4 2s are 8, whole term divided by LCM is 12, cross multiplication is 12 minus 6. Okay, so we can write tan of, here tan inverse in bracket, sum of these two terms is 17, this 12 term get cancelled, 17 upon 6. Okay, so in that case use the property tan of tan inverse x, we can write x. So value of this term is 17 by 6. Okay, so first of all write down this problem. See the next question. The value of sine in bracket 2 tan inverse 0.75. Okay, so the example number 12 is sine in bracket 2 tan inverse 0.75. Okay, so first we write 0.75, that is the 75 divided by 100, and simplifying this ratio we get 3 divided by 4. So use the 0.75, we can write 3 by 4, get sine of in bracket 2 tan inverse in bracket 0.75, that is 3 divided by 4. Okay, so see here is the sine trigonometry. So our first step is this bracket transform to the sine inverse function, but here we have to give 2 tan inverse x, and we know that 2 tan inverse x we expressed in terms of a tan, sine and cos inverse. So we know that 2 tan inverse x is sine inverse of 2x divided by 1 plus x square. The 2 tan inverse x we also write cos inverse in bracket 1 minus x square divided by 1 plus x square, and is also equal to tan inverse in bracket, take a ratio of these two terms is 2x divided by 1 minus x square. But here we want the value of 2 tan inverse in terms of a sine inverse. Okay, so use the formula for sine inverse. We can write, here is the sine trigonometry, and 2 tan inverse in terms of a sine inverse is sine inverse of in bracket, here x is the 3 by 4, so we can write 2 into 3 by 4 whole term divided by 1 plus 3 by 4 square is 9 by 60. So first we simplify this bracket, we can write sine of in bracket sine inverse. So simplify this term, 2 2s are 4, 3 by 2 divided by, take a cross multiplication, LCM of these two terms is 16, cross multiplication is take 16 plus 9 get 25. Okay, so we can write sine of in bracket sine inverse in bracket cross multiplication is 3 by 2 cross multiple of a 16 divided by 25. Okay, in that case 2 8s are 16, so we can write sine of sine inverse in bracket 8 3s are 24 divided by 25. So ratio of these two terms is sine of sine inverse, ratio of these two terms is 0.96, and we use the property, we know that sine of sine inverse x. Okay, see here sine of sine inverse x is x, but x is, these properties valid for x belongs to close the interval 1 to minus 1 to minus 1 to 1. Okay, so see here we can write 0.96, and this value is belongs to this interval. So here the C option 0.96 is the correct option. Okay, now let's see the example number 13 is 13 number example is the value of x for which sine of cot inverse 1 plus x is equal to cos of in bracket tan inverse x. Okay, so in this example, first we have to solve this equation, then after we have to find the value of x. So for finding the value of x, we know that sine of something, we take always the angle. Similarly, cos of something, we take always the angle. So here first we consider cot inverse 1 plus x is the angle alpha and tan inverse x is denoted as the angle beta. So first we transform this trigonometry to the right hand side. We can write 1 plus x is cos alpha and here we can write x is tan beta. Okay, so for substituting these two values in the above equation, we can write the above equation is sine alpha is equal to cos beta. So we know that it is a trigonometric equation, and for solving this equation we have to find the value of x. So first we transform the value of sine alpha and cos beta in terms of x. So see here we have to give the value of cos alpha. In this triangle, here is the angle alpha, and we know that by definition of trigonometric function, cos alpha is adjacent side upon hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is here 1. So adjacent side is 1 plus x and hypotenuse is here 1. So in this information, using this information, first we find the opposite side of this angle. So opposite side of this angle is by using find the Pythagoras theorem, and we know that Pythagoras theorem is here we can write hypotenuse is square of this term is 1 minus square of this bracket is in bracket we can write 1 plus x bracket square is 1 square is 1 plus x. In this expansion we know that 2 into first term into second term is 2x, second term square is here x square. In that case 1 hypotenuse square minus adjacent side square is getting 1 minus in bracket 1 plus 2x plus x square. So first we simplify this, we can write 1 minus 1. Here is the see here in your question here is the quad trigonometry. So here we can write quad. Okay, so in that case we also write the quad. Okay, now we get by using these two substitution we can write the above equation sine alpha is equal to cos beta. So in that case we know that the value of here cot is we can write adjacent side. Adjacent side is 1 plus x upon opposite side. Opposite side is here 1. So we can write this hypotenuse is sum of square of these two sides. Okay, square of this term is 1. Square of this bracket is first term square is 1 plus 2 into first term into second term is 2x plus get second term square is x square, and that is hypotenuse of this triangle is x square plus 2x plus 2. Okay, now see, for using this information we have to find the value of cos beta. So see here, in this triangle here is the angle beta, and we have to give the value of tan beta is x upon denominator of this term is 1. So we know that tan beta gives opposite side upon adjacent side. So opposite side of this angle beta is x and adjacent side here is 1. So hypotenuse, by solving this triangle by using Pythagoras theorem, we can write the hypotenuse is square of sum of these two terms is x square plus 1. So using these two information we have to take the value of sin alpha. So see here, value of sin alpha is, we can write opposite side. Opposite side here is 1 upon adjacent, opposite side upon hypotenuse. Here hypotenuse is x square plus 2x plus 2. Okay, now also we want the value of cos beta. So we can write cos beta. Cos beta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Okay, here adjacent side is 1 and hypotenuse is root of value x square plus 1. Okay, so put all those value in this equation. We can write sin alpha is 1 divided by square root of x square plus 2x plus 2. Okay, and value of cos beta is 1 divided by square root of x square plus 1. So simplify this equation. Take a cross multiplication. We can write root of value x square plus 1 is equal to root of value x square plus 2x plus 2. So squaring both sides, we can write square of this term is x square plus 1 is equal to square of this term is x square plus 2x plus 2. Okay, so in that case x square term will get cancelled. We can write 1 is equal to 2x plus 2. So 2 transform to the left hand side, we get the value 1 minus 2 get minus 1 is equal to 2x. Therefore we get the value of x is minus half. Okay, so see here, the value of x is minus half. So A is the correct answer. So write down the next two example and question number 14 and 15. Guys, do yourself. Okay, thank you.